Hi guys, I hope you're doing well and enjoying your week so far. Happy week late, I think week late, yeah, Valentine's Day, or 2 weeks late Valentine's Day to all you pretty folks out there. I'm going to tell you guys a story about Ruma's love life and how successful it is. So this might be a little longer than 4 minutes, so I apologize. We'll see how fast I can talk. But so about, let's say, a month ago, or about a month ago, my friend went to volunteer at a homeless shelter, and a soup kitchen homeless shelter. And anyways, so while she was volunteering, she met this kid that was also working there, and they hit it off, and they were talking, and he's part of a fraternity, so he asked her, why don't you bring a couple friends, you guys come to our party on Friday. And so of course she wanted to go, so I went with her and a couple other friends, and it was actually really fun. We just danced all night downstairs, and at the end, when we were trying to get our coats, I couldn't find my coat, and in the end, we figured out that my coat had been stolen. But anyway, so I was looking everywhere for my coat, and I kept going up to the brothers and asking, "Where's my coat? Do you know where my coat is?" Da da da. And they handled it really well. They brought me to all these random rooms, and they're like, "Is this your coat? Is this your coat?" Like, they were actually really being really thoughtful. And the last guy I talked to, his name was Anthony. He was really cute, and he was Italian, and he told me, "Here, let me get your number, and if we happen to find it, I'll give you a call." I said, "Okay," and so we chatted a teeny weeny bit, and he was like, "All right, well, bye," and I said bye, and so I left, and then the next day, he texted me around like 10 o'clock at night, being like, "We're having a party tonight if you guys want to come," or he said, "We're having a party tonight if you want to come." And it was 10 o'clock. I was on my couch and not dressed, and I had no one to go out with, so I just lied and said I already had plans. And then, but that was stupid of me. I shouldn't have done that. Anywho, and so a week goes by, and I don't hear from him. And then, no, wait, that's a lie. And then a week goes by. I'm sorry. A week goes by, and then we're invited back to the house. So we go back the next weekend, and I see him, and he remembers my name, comes up to me, and he like starts chatting with me, and we talk for a really, really, really long time. And like actually a good conversation. We were talking about our families. We were talking about our like future plans. Like, he just took his LSAT, so he wants to go to law school and he's an environmental science major, so he wants to do sustainability stuff and like really great stuff. He loves his mom to death. So he's mama's boy and loves his family, and that was really awesome because I love my family too. So we were talking, and while we were talking about winter sports. At one point, he was like, "Do you like to ice skate?" And I said, "I've only been a couple times." And he was like, "Well, we should definitely go together." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'd love to." Because UMass has this thing every weekend. It's called an open skate, where you go and you skate. I think it's like $3 rental for skates, and you just skate for an hour or however long the session is. And so he's like, "We should definitely go one weekend." And I was like, "Okay, well, you let me know. I'm free whenever." He's like, "Okay, well, I have your number, so I'll get in touch with you." And I was like, "Okay." And then I don't hear from him for like a week and a half. So I was like, all right, well, maybe this kid was just, lying to me or just saying all these things. But then again, I was thinking, well, he didn't have to stay with me that whole time at the party. But maybe I was just, being hopeful. So then Valentine's Day rolls around. And I tell myself, okay, we're going to do one last thing. Put yourself out there, and if there's no response or not the response you want, then it's over, terminated, that you gave it your shot. So I was walking through campus, and I saw his fraternity at a table in the campus center. There were a bunch of tables that were selling carnations, chocolates, candy, all that good stuff. And so I stopped. I'm trembling, and I asked them, "Can I buy a candygram?" And they're like, "Sure, we're not delivering, but you can buy them and then give it to whoever you want." And I'm shaking. I was like, "Well, can you actually deliver it to one of your own brothers?" And the guy I was talking to, his face lit up, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, sure. Who do you want it to send it to?" And I was like, "To Tony." And they're like, "Oh, yeah." And I asked, "Can I, write a little message?" So the guy pulls out his phone. He's like, "I don't have paper, but you can write a message on my phone." So I wrote my, "Dear Tony, blah, blah, blah." And then I signed my name. And I, booked it out of there because I was so nervous. And then, so for the rest of the day, I did a bunch of things on Valentine's Day. It was actually a really good Valentine's Day. I went to my friend's house. We baked cupcakes. But anyways, not the point of the story. My phone died, though, because I already had low battery that day. And I was texting a couple people trying to figure out plans. So since my phone was always on. It like completely ran out of battery, so it died. And I wasn't able to charge it until 9:30 that night when I finally got to a house that had an iPhone plug. And so I plugged in my phone, and 5 minutes later when it turned on, I had text messages that came up, including one from him saying, "Thanks for the candy. How have you been?" And so we like proceeded to chat a little bit, and he asked me what I was doing, and I told him that I was going out to the bars with my friends, and he was like, "Oh, maybe I'll come join you guys." And I was like, "Sure." I told him where we were, and he asked me if there was a long line to the bar, and there was a really long line because all the singles wanted to go out, yeah. And so he was like, "Okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna come out tonight because I'm hanging out with friends from home. I'm hanging out with, oh my gosh, my high school friends from home tonight." Oh wait, was it high school? Whatever, it doesn't matter. He was hanging out with people he hadn't seen in a long time, and he was like, "But maybe we can hang out tomorrow." And I was like, "Oh, I want to, but I'm actually going home tomorrow because I was going home for the 3-day weekend." And he was like, "Okay, that's fine." So we talked a little bit more, and then that was it. So I go home, and I think 2 nights later, my friend texts me, and she's like, "You'll never believe who I saw when I went out to the bars tonight." And she walked into this is one of my friends from UMass, Stephanie. So she walked into the bar, and he was the first person she saw. And apparently the first thing he did was he came right up to her, and he was like, "Is Rima coming?" No hi, nothing, just, "Is Rima coming?" And she's like, "Oh no, she's still home actually." And he looked bummed, and he said, "Well, make sure you tell her that I say hi." And so, of course, she does. So, okay, at this point, I'm like, well, this guy is sort of probably at least a little bit interested. I'd say like maybe 10-15%, if anything. I don't want to be too hopeful, but like, yeah. I mean, he didn't have to write back to me for the Valentine thing, or he could have, but he didn't have to continue the conversation or ask me to hang out. And then he definitely didn't have to go talk to my friend. Like, that's not something that he had to do at all. So then that week goes by, and it's Friday, and I still haven't heard from him. And I was like, all right, well, okay, last time for reals. So I sent him a text message just being like, "Hey, what are you up to tonight?" And you will not believe, or maybe you will believe, maybe I'm just the really dumb, naive one, what he said back to me. He said, direct quote, "I don't know. My girlfriend from home is coming to celebrate late Valentine's Day. What are you doing tonight?" What? I couldn't believe my eyes when I read that. I did not. Okay, I maybe saw that he was going to say that he was interested anymore or just kind of blew it off, but I did not see the whole girlfriend thing coming. That was crazy. I was so embarrassed. I was so, 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 so embarrassed. But at the same time, how would I have known? Like, I think I did everything right, and he's the one that should be embarrassed. Actually, the girlfriend should be embarrassed. The fact that he was talking to another girl while dating this girl. And it's also possible that he liked me as a friend. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but it was kind of a bummer. But I guess that's life. Yep. So Rima's love life is still down in the dumps. Well, not down in the dumps. I do love my life, but you know what I mean. Okay, well, this is really long. I'm so sorry. If you guys watch the whole thing, you rock. If not, it's okay. I don't blame you. Bye.